There's a point in this journey where something quietly clicks, not loudly, not dramatically, but in a way that changes how you see everything moving forward, and it usually happens after you've uploaded a few videos, after you've faced silence, small wins, and repeated uncertainty. And suddenly you realize that YouTube is not just about making videos anymore, it's about understanding attention, how it works, how it moves, how it disappears within seconds if not captured correctly. And this realization shifts your entire approach, because now you're not just creating content, you're designing experiences that compete for the most valuable currency on the platform, time. And as this awareness grows, you begin to look at your own videos differently, almost like an outsider, analyzing them with a critical eye, noticing where they feel slow, where they lose clarity, where they fail to hold interest. And this ability to step back and evaluate your own work objectively is one of the most powerful skills you can develop, because it allows you to improve without needing external validation. And in a space where feedback is often delayed or limited, this self-analysis becomes essential. At the same time, your understanding of the first few seconds of a video becomes sharper, because you start to notice a consistent pattern across successful content. Strong openings that immediately create curiosity, tension, or value. And this isn't accidental, it's intentional, because on YouTube, the first 5-10 seconds often determine whether a viewer stays or leaves. And once you recognize this, you begin experimenting with your own openings, trying to make them more engaging, more direct, more compelling. But this is also where the challenge deepens, because improving your content requires effort, requires time, requires you to go beyond your comfort zone, and there are moments where you feel the weight of that effort, where creating starts to feel less exciting and more demanding. And this is where discipline begins to take over from motivation, because motivation fades, but discipline keeps you moving even when the process feels repetitive. And as you continue, you begin to understand another critical layer of YouTube: the relationship between content and audience, because every video you upload is not just an isolated piece. It's part of a larger conversation, a connection you are building over time. And even if your audience is small, the way they interact with your content provides valuable insight into what works and what doesn't. And this feedback loop, when used correctly, becomes a powerful tool for growth. You also start recognizing the importance of consistency in style and messaging, because when your videos begin to feel connected, when they follow a certain pattern or theme, it becomes easier for viewers to understand your channel, to know what to expect, and this familiarity builds trust, and trust is what turns viewers into subscribers and subscribers into a returning audience. But alongside this progress, there's still an ongoing battle with doubt, because growth is not always steady. Sometimes views drop, sometimes videos underperform, and these fluctuations can feel confusing, even discouraging, and this is where your mindset is tested again, because you have to learn to see these moments not as setbacks, but as part of the process, as signals that something needs to be adjusted, not abandoned. And this is where patience becomes one of your most valuable assets, because YouTube does not always reward effort immediately. Sometimes results take time. Sometimes a video performs weeks after being uploaded. And understanding this delayed response helps you stay focused on the long term instead of reacting emotionally to short-term outcomes. As you move forward, your process becomes more refined, more intentional. You start planning your content more carefully, thinking about how each video fits into your overall direction, how it builds on previous uploads, and how it contributes to your growth. And this level of thinking transforms your channel from a collection of random videos into a structured body of work. And by the end of this phase, something becomes clear that wasn't obvious at the beginning. YouTube is not just about creativity, it's about awareness, strategy, and persistence. And while you may still have a long way to go, you are no longer navigating blindly. You are learning the system, adapting to it, and slowly positioning yourself in a space where growth is not just possible, but inevitable if you continue with the same focus and determination.